Okay. So, good afternoon. So, I am Miguel and I'm going to assess you, obviously. Let's start with your names. What's your name?
My name is Minh.
You need to take your hand out of your mouth, otherwise we cannot understand you.
My name is Minh.
Great. How old are you?
14 years old.
Thank you. And what's your name?
My name is Nhật. I'm 14.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in district in Hanoi.
Who do you live with?
I live with my family. There are my mother, my dad, and my old brother.
Thank you. And what about you? Where do you live?
I live in Monau, Hanoi. I live in Monau, Hanoi.
Do you live with your family?
Yes. I live with my mom, my dad, my sister, and my grandma.
How often do you use a mobile phone?
I often use it for 3 hours a day for doing homework and chat with friends.
What's your favorite time of the year?
My favorite time of the year is summer. Because in summer we don't have to go to school, and in summer we can go swimming. I really love swimming in the pool.
Why?
Because it keeps my body better, and I feel happier when I play sport.
Tell me about the sports you like.
I like basketball most because this is the activities I could do with my friends and my brothers, so it trained me a lot about skill.
How often do you play basketball?
I've often played all days a week.
Which do you like best, the morning or the afternoon?
I prefer in the afternoon because in that day I can do anything I want. I can play games, or I can play sport with my friend. And in that time I can do a lot of things more, like helping my mom, doing the housework, everything I want.
Last question. What new hobby would you like to try?
I like to try playing guitar.
Why?
Because in the class, my friend can play lots of instruments like piano, organ, and guitar. So they play very skillful, and so I'd like to play guitar with my friends, so they can teach me how to play.
What about you? What new hobby would you like to try?
I would like to try to become a programmer because I really love playing games, and I really want to try to make my own game forever to play with each other, and I want they can communicate and make friends with other people in the game that I make.
Thank you. Now, I would like each of you to talk on your own about something. I'm going to give each of you a photograph, and I would like you to talk about it. Let's start with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Here is your photograph. Ta-da. You will just listen, and you please tell us what you can see in the photograph. You can talk about people, you can talk about place, and you can talk about things in the photograph. You will have approximately 1 minute. Go.
In the first picture, I can see about 3 people who are cycling in the forest. In the middle of the picture, I can see a man who is wearing a coat, a red coat, and I can see riding a bicycle. I think they're riding in the forest because around the picture I can see a lot of trees, and the place doesn't have many people. And in the picture I can see 2 other people who are cycling with them too. The first one I see who is wearing a blue coat, and he's wearing a white coat, a white hat. Sorry. In the first picture, I can see a man who is looking at the middle. A man is wearing a backpack, and he trying. I think that they're going to the picnic.
Okay, your time is over. Thank you. Can I have the photo back? It's your turn. Here's your photograph. Now you will listen and you will tell us what you can see in the photograph. You can talk about people, the place, and everything else you can see. You will have approximately 1 minute. Go.
In the picture too, I could see there are 2 people. I think they are in a music house because they are playing guitar and keyboard, and the one in the foreground I could see the keyboard, and the girl wearing headphones, a guitar, and plays. In the background, I could see maybe his teacher teach the boy how to play the guitar, and they are very concentrated in it. And in the background, I could see the drawer. There are many computers.
Thank you. Now, in this part of the test, you are going to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'm going to describe a situation to you. A girl is going to write an article for her school magazine about the history of her local area. She wants to find out more about it. Here are some ways she could find out about the history of her local area. Talk together about the different ways she could find out about the history of the local area and say which would be best. Okay? So a girl is going to write an article for her school magazine. She needs to find more about the place she lives in. These are different ways to find out more about it. Describe, talk about it, and tell me which one you think would be the best way to find information. You will have about 2 minutes. Ready? Go.
I think search on the internet is a way to find out more about the history of the local area, because on the internet there are a lot of websites. There include many facts about that area. So, for
people is another choice because old old people the old people have they have they they have lived for a long time, so they can see many things have changed in local area. They they can have many experiences for you to have many experiences for you to do. Mm. I think that old people are another choice because they have many experience because they can talk to you about everything in the past. They can say they experience what they can see to you in the past, and they can say what the small what the local era has changed for many years, like what happened in the past, or what they used to eat in the past, or you can ask them about everything like that. What about you?
I think that was a good idea because there are too old and they have experience about it, but they may may miss a lot of information in the mind. So I think we can go a tour about that area. There's a tour guide who can tell us about that the history of that local area. So because they have learned about it, they have knowledge, and they can give us a lot of information. What about you?
I think going to a historic place is another choice because in that place you can you can find a lot of information too, like in that place you can find a lot of old things that you have a lot of information, like how they used to do, how they used to do like cooking, how they can do it. We are using technology, how they cooking, and in that place you can ask the local. You can ask a guide tour. In that place you can ask a guide tour to know more about that place too. And when you do that, you can know more about history. You can know more about your local area without such an internet, because sometimes the internet doesn't have as many information as the good actual say, because they have to find and study a lot about the local area. So that I can say experience.
Thank you. Okay, do you think it's important for young people to learn about the past?
Yes, I think it's really important to learn the history, because I think that history is the most important thing for everyone to know more about people in the past, how hard they have to do, what they do. I think that they should learn about history because history will help you learn more about people in the past, so that you can know more what they have used to, they have done in the past.
Do you agree that it is important to learn about the past?
Yes. So learn everything about the past is the way we can know what the previous generation do to build the world we live today, how they do to protect our country.
What do you think about the way history is taught at school?
I think the history taught in school is not enough information, so it's maybe we will feel bored about it because history in school it miss a lot of information, so it's not enough to us to feel interest about it.
What about you? What's your opinion?
I think that I think stories. I think that it's teaching history in the school is a good idea because history is a key to the future. People have to remember about history so that they can learn the problem that the older people did in the past. What is the mistake they did in the past so that you can learn and you can know how to solve that problem in the past. And history also help you to learn more about people in the past, what they have do to save their country. How can they protect the country? How could they do that to save the country? You can learn a lot of things about that, and you can also learn without technology. What have they done? How did they live without technology? And so that you can feel that they are so great because they have learned. They can live without technology like that because history the best thing is a key. It can help you learn more of the past.
Thank you. This is the end of the test.